Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd, and I'm Todd. And we're going to do a request. Now the request comes in from my reaction to Thin Lizzy doing their hit single Whiskey in the Jar from 1972. Well, the YouTuber that's making the request goes by the name of Speed Triple Rider. Now, Speed Triple Rider watches a lot of my reactions, which I really appreciate, and comments on almost all those reactions and brings it back home to when he would have seen these bands in the late 60s and the early 70s and gives some really great comments. So the comment that he leaves is fairly large, so I'm not going to read the whole comment. I'm going to cut to the chase on this one. So Speed Triple Rider writes, I went to see them in Manchester. So he went to see Thin Lizzy in Manchester on the back of this, the single Whiskey in the Jar, and it was an epic gig. I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure they were supporting Slade. Now, I had read that they did back up Slade on one of their early tours and got a lot of people getting to notice them as a hot rock band. Now, there's a band you should check out, meaning Slade. I recommend Coz I Luv You, very English, very glam, and very, very loud live. Happy St. Patty's Day, and keep on trucking. So, great. I thought, yes, let's do some more Slade. I haven't done Slade in quite a while, and I have not heard this song. Now, I've got a lot of Slade on compact disc and on vinyl. And in fact, I was listening to a combination of some of their early and later albums in my car a couple of weeks ago. So I thought, okay, I haven't heard this track before. At least I don't think I have. It's a non-album track. So again, I don't think I've heard it because I don't have any greatest hits albums by Slade where this might be on that particular album. Now, what's interesting about this song is that it came out after their first single that actually charted, which was called Get Down and Get With It. It got to number 16 on the UK singles chart. So they're going to follow this up with another single, and Chandler, who was their producer, decided, hey, what you should do is write your own song. And it was like, hey, that's a great idea. Let's think about that. Because everything that they had done so far, I guess, were covers as singles. They had several previous singles to the one that charted. So Jim Leah, who is the bass player and violin player for Slade, ended up at Noddy's house, Noddy Holder's house, with his violin and said, let's write a song. And they ended up writing Coz I Luv You, which turned out to be released in 1971, October 1971, in the UK, and reached number 1 on the UK singles chart. It was the first number 1 single for Slade, and it was a rocker. So let's listen to Coz I Luv You by Slade.
Here's one that used to be number 1. It's called Coz I Luv You, and it comes from the Slade.
I won't laugh at you when you boo-hoo-hoo, 'cause I love you. I can't turn my back on the things you lack, 'cause I love you. I just like the things you do. Don't you change the things you do. You get me in a spot and smile the smile you got.
Interesting. So this is kind of a pop song. And when I was reading about "Cause I Love You," the song itself, they were saying that when they got done recording it, the group that is, they kind of didn't like it. Now, Chaz really liked it a lot. Chaz Chandler said, this is going to be a #1 hit for you guys. But they didn't like it because it sounded too poppy. So what they did is they added that kind of heavy stomping with their shoes and their boots to give it a little bit heavier sound, which now I hear it and it's like, yeah, that adds a lot to it. It reminds me a little bit of the Dave Clark Five doing Bits and Pieces, where they did that with the heels of their boots in that song as well to give it a little bit heavier sound. Really good. The other thing I really like about this song is the violin. And I can't remember the Slade albums I listened to. I think they were kind of later albums. They might have been mid 70s to later 70s. I don't remember hearing the violin. Maybe I wasn't listening for it because I didn't know Slade actually had a violin player. That Jim Leah, the bass player, also played violin. But that adds a lot. I mean, it gives it a total different flavor to the song. And I just really like it. Now, the other thing, too, is Noddy's vocals. He's got that kind of deep, gravelly voice, which he doesn't use all the time, but he puts it in right at the right spots in the song. And it sounds pretty cool. It's very different than any other band. I mean, he's got a very unique voice. But yeah, so far, like this track. Let's keep it going. Okay, right there is where Noddy's using his kind of growling, deep gravel voice in this part of the song. And I just like that when he pulls that out every once in a while, and it just adds a whole different flavor to the vocals. So he's not using it all the time. He just pulls it out when he thinks it's needed to get people to go, wow, listen to that. That's really great. So we'll go back and listen to how he starts that up again. Let's see if it's right about here.
Don't you change the things you do. Oh, time can take me dead on well, 'cause I love you. It's past us by the other side. I love you. I just like the things you do.
Sound of Slade right there. Back in February of this year, one of my favourite records, I think I had one favourite record, George Harrison's, and Diana Ross, the two favourites. We got the Diana Ross one a little bit later. Right now, Pan's People to dance to one that came out in February and shot right up there to the #1 slot. One of the...
Okay, that was really good. I really enjoyed that a lot. Now, the thing about that was there's a bass in there, and the bass is pretty heavy, and it drives this song pretty heavy as well. So again, this was most likely lip synced, and this was probably the 45 version. In fact, I think if I read the notes on this video, it was the actual 45 version that was kind of remastered. But there's a heavy bass in there. So the only thing that was really missing on the stage that would have made this really hot was if one of the two guitarists would have picked up the bass and played the bass because Jim was playing the violin. That would have been kind of cool as well. But otherwise, I like the performance. I always love to watch the band perform the song, even if it's lip sync. It's cool to see the band do it. And then the song itself, I got to say, I never heard the song before. This is the first time I've heard "Cause I Love You," which you might think, wow, he's never heard that song. How can that be? That was a number one hit in the UK. Well, it was released in the United States as a single as well in December of I believe it was 1971. Yeah, 1971, I believe it was. And it didn't chart. So it went nowhere. Slade wasn't a group that was really in the eyes of people in the United States here. Glitter was just starting to take off with T-Rex. T-Rex was getting kind of hot with Glitter. Lou Reed was sort of going in that direction. We had David Bowie, who was definitely going in that direction with Spiders from Mars. So it was just something that was kind of new to us Americans or us people in the United States here. So Slade got to be a little bit bigger in the United States as the 70s went on. So this is a great song. I love the violin. I think that added a lot to this song. Noddy's voice was right on. He used his growling, gravelly voice right at the right points that he needed it. And hey, what can I say? And the audience just loved it. They were all dancing, which was cool as well. And by adding the boot stomping in the song, it also gave it a good bottom end, gave it a lot more than just this hollow poppy song. And to me, this wasn't really a Glitter song. It didn't feel like a Glitter song, but it had a good rock sound to it. And that's what made it special. That's what makes Slade special as well, is that they can do different styles of music as well. So I hope you enjoyed Slade doing "Cause I Love You." Big number one hit for them, their first number one hit single in the UK, and they had many, many more after this one. If you liked it, hit that like button. That'd be really cool. Also, if you have any comments about Slade, the song "Cause I Love You," or maybe you saw Slade in concert when they toured for this particular single, put it in the comments below. That'd be really cool as well. I'm going to take the link to this video and I'm going to put it in my notes below. So if you want to watch the video again, listen to the song, sit back, relax, pick that link. It will take you right to the video. It'll play the video without me stopping it, and you can enjoy it. Also, I'm going to take the link to the channel that uploaded this video. I'm going to put that in my notes below as well. So if you want to check out that channel where they might have some other really hot music, go ahead and do that as well. Now, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you have not, boy, you're missing out on a lot of good music. We do so many different genres on this channel, and we have a lot of fun doing it. So go down below this video and hit that subscribe button. It's fast, free, and easy. And if you go over here and ring that bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. This was a great recommendation. Like I said, I haven't done Slade in a while, and I did not know about this song. And when I started reading about it, I'm going, wow, this is really cool. It's their first song that they wrote as the team of Noddy and Jim. And it became their first number one hit single as well. And they began writing a lot of songs together, those two members of Slade. So that every time I do one of these songs I've never heard, I learn so much about the song and the group itself. And that's what's fun about this. And it always puts a big smile on my face. And I'm hoping it puts a big smile on your face. And peace out, baby.